team still.
Are you happy with what you got out of that game, Shaun?
Yeah, definitely. It was a good game against a good team. I thought we did some really good things. Overall, a few things what we need to get better at, but more good than bad. Things what we practiced over the last 12 months, we did, and we did really well.
What do you make of Jack Wellsby and George Williams in the halves today?
Okay. They can do things better than what they did. I thought George was good. I thought Jack can play better than what he did. He's a good player, Jack, and he did some good things, but I just want more of him.
George ran with the ball a lot more. Is that what you want to see with him?
Yeah, I want that with all my halves, to run more and play straight, and there's a few technical things where I wanted, and George did that today. I was glad to see him. He looked happy.
and Bateman as well.
Yeah, he was good today. John playing in the middle, bit of freedom, and I thought he had a really good game, John. Apart from that, that'll miss in the first half.
And just on the All-Stars, obviously it was a bit chaotic in terms of selection earlier this week, but you're happy with the concept so far in its first 2 years? And
yeah.
You want to see it continue?
Yeah, I want to see it continue. It's a good hit out that. I don't know what the GPS will be like, but that'll be similar to a test match. They were going at it, and their big bodies, very similar to Samoa. And I thought we handled them really well. I thought Mickey led the line. Al Warnes and Mike Cooper were good. I started middles.
Without going into every individual, Tommy Makinson seems to just be everyone had a wow of the game. How good was he with so many wing options? He can't have done himself any harm there.
No, he's a fantastic winger. He gets us going forward. He plays above his weight, and I love him to pieces. Tommy he's a great kid. Really good around the camp. Keeps everybody upbeat, and he really impressed me today. I thought he was brilliant.
You spoke about things you've been training on and working on. Can you just sort of tell us some of the intricacies and detail you were looking for today that you got out of it that you were hoping for?
I don't want to tell you the detail of it because there's some more coaches will listen to it, but it's how we attack, our shape and how we attack, from on early players and things like that, where we can take advantage of playing the English way, and we did that in patches today, and I was impressed when we did it, and the players like it, and I thought we defended tough. They were physically a lot bigger, a lot heavier than us, and we'll have that in the World Cup as well. So I thought our detail was good in contact. You
mentioned the England way. I know, and I won't ask you to comment how England played under previous coaches, but it does seem like what you're trying to implement maybe suits the players you've got and the way that they've maybe been brought up to play the game. Is that basically what you're trying to do?
Yeah, it's a fair point. Well put, and I just think we're not the biggest nation. We don't have 125 kilo blokes, and a lot of other nations do, so we have to play to the strength of our players, and so we need more people in motion, we need more people live, and our skill needs to be very, very good, and I thought we did that in patches today, just not often enough for me.
What's next now then? How does preparation look moving towards?
So we'll analyse the hell out of that game, and that will be fed back individually and collectively to the players. And we will get better from that. We're training again in July and August, and then we've got a fallout. So the World Cup's not far off. We need to work really hard as staff, and the players need to take on board, and they have done. The players have been outstanding. This week we've had with the players in camp, the players have been so good, I can't tell you. The behaviour away from the training field, the behaviour in the hotel I've been really impressed. They've been a credit to Super League.
Just very finally from me, obviously Darryl Clark and Cruz Leaming were playing for the All-Stars. Did they give you anything to think about with their performance? I'm
a big fan of Darryl, big fan of Cruz. I thought Mick was the best. Paul McShane can do a lot better than what he did. I'm a big fan of Marcus, but I thought Mickey was the standout best. I thought Cruz and Darryl did what we expected. They run on losses, and they did that very well. But I thought we defended their threat well as well.
Bateman got man of the match. What did you think of his performance?
Yeah, good. Yeah, I thought a couple of defensive errors early in the game. I don't know if you saw that, but I think he needs to get rid of them. And he got a message off me, and he fixed it pretty quick. Overall, busy. I thought he looked good, but I still think, I honestly, genuinely think he can do a lot better. You know, once I played him in the middle, a bit of a free roaming role today, and he seemed to enjoy it. There's a couple of details, think what he did, what he needs to get better at.
But I mean, barring injury, he's one guy who you would say is, most people would say is nailed on to play against Samoa and start against Samoa. How many fellas are in that boat that if they're fit, they'll be in that 13?
Yeah, I'm not sure John's one of them.
All right.
I'd say 3 or 4 nailed on. But them would have nailed on if their performances dipped this year. When I said the door's open, I genuinely mean that, you know, and I proved that with Jake Wall today, and Matty Lee's playing well, and I honestly don't give I'm not that bothered what people think. I know him, I listen to my coaches who are really well educated coaches, and I watch all the games. If somebody's playing really well, it is an open door. Anybody can force their way into the England team, and that's a real positive for us, for our competition.
So there's everything. So there's maybe 10 positions in the starting spot still, starting team still open.
I genuinely mean that. I do honestly mean that, and I said more than 10. More than 10. I like what Sam. I thought Sam did some good things today. Did something that was hard with Sam Tompkins, you know. But he'd be pretty much nailed off for the full back. But if his form dipped, he'd be out. And the players wouldn't expect anything else. I hope they wouldn't anyway.
John, is that a concern? So many spots still available?
No, I think it's exciting. I think it's great. I mean, Jake Ward will read that comment and he'll think, I'm going to play really well for Huddersfield, and anybody else that's not playing, they know. You know, Dan Sargent, he's injured. You know, but he knows, and he knows me really well. I will pick him if he's flying towards the end of the next few months.
Is 2 games in the last 4 months of the World Cup enough?
No, I like to play every few weeks, to be honest, but we've got what we've got. I mean, and the RFL have been kind enough to get this game against Fiji, which we'll take advantage of. We've got a break before the Samoa game, so we'll be prepared. You know, we've had some great off-feet meetings, and I'm very much a positive person. You have to make the best of it, and if you can't get them on the field, you know, get them in an hotel and feed information to them, and the players have benefited from that today, I feel.
There's nothing like match preparation. Do you feel you might be a bit undercooked going to the tournament?
No, I mean, not many teams are going to get the chance to play lots of games, so we'll be at a fair advantage as everybody else, if not better. You know, we're going to get the Fiji game, we've had this game, and some countries are not going to have that. So I just want to think forward, we're good, and we'll get better with that performance today.
Shaun, you talked about George looking really happy, like this week and everything. Did you almost sense from the off that it was like relieved it wasn't a club game, given the way his club's going?
No. Warrington are a very, very good team, and they will fix things. So just to get them into a different camp where they get a different group of players will do them good. Without a shadow of a doubt, I think Warrington will turn the corner. They've got too many good players here. But George just seemed like a different person this week. It's, you know, there's a lot of pressure on the players here. It's a big club. It's a club that wants to do things, and at the moment it's not going their way. But I'm sure it'll turn around. And weeks like this for George and people like Mike Cooper, it'll do them a world of good to have a bit of a change. And I'm sure Warrington will see some different players next week, which is good for them and good for Super League.
Sure. Just in terms of Bateman, he obviously played loose forward tonight, wouldn't he? You've obviously got Elliot White to come in, you've got Liam Farrell. Do you think John could be a potential loose forward for the World Cup? You've got Morgan Knowles as well, obviously. Yeah,
I like Morgan, I like Elliot. I think our strongest squad is very, very strong. But I want another 17 as strong, and that's our challenge. I'm putting pressure on our staff to make sure we get more players up to speed quicker, and that's going to be crucial. You know, you look at Johnny turning bicep, and you know, I don't like waiting and having post-mortems when things have gone wrong. I like having pre-mortems, if that's a word, beforehand. You know, making sure that what can go wrong, and with us it could be a lot of injuries just before the World Cup. So we need more players ready to go and fit into what we do. Is pre-mortem a word?
It is now.
It is. I made one. Pre-mortem.
I was just going to say, Shaun, how would you describe your move now to 12 months ago, obviously, to get that win tonight? You know, you were pretty devastated after the loss years to the Cup. Feeling a lot better tonight?
Yeah, I like winning. Yeah, it's a good feeling. I like the manner in what we won. I've loved the behaviour of the players, which to me is I won't say as important as the performance, but it's not far off. So it's been a good spirit. The lads have enjoyed it. The staff have been great. I'm very grateful to Darfell for getting that fixture on, and I think we've made great strides towards having a good start to the World Cup today.
Shaun, you spoke before the game about wanting World Cup final actions. Did you see World Cup final action either today or during the week from some of your players?
Yeah, I saw some, and I saw some what definitely weren't. So the review of that game won't be a great review because I need certain things fixing. There's certain things which are, to me, are unacceptable, and the players they'll know that's coming, and they're the ones what's picking that up as well. So it's a good learning experience for everybody.
Shaun, just one last one from me. You had James Roby coming in to do the shirt presentation. You said you wouldn't go to him and ask him if he'd contemplate coming out of retirement. Did he? He said you'd be open to the conversation. Did he initiate a conversation with you?
No, he didn't. He spoke very well to the players, and the presentation was fantastic. But I honestly didn't get a conversation with him, and it was a great night. And I didn't want to. He'd just come off from holiday. He'd done me a massive favour, so I didn't want to take the Mickey. All good? Thank you very much. Cheers.
Eloise on his way, so I'm told.
See you.